The next example is obtain Fourier series for fx equal to e raised to minus x in the interval 0 to 2 pi. So by as we have seen one example in the last lecture for finding Fourier series. So compare, first step is for finding Fourier series, first step is we have to compare the general interval, that is c to c plus 2l, with given interval 0 to 2 pi in the example. So compare c to c plus 2l interval with 0 to 2 pi. By comparing we get c equal to 0. How to compare the two intervals we have seen in the last lecture. So by comparing we get c equal to 0 and c plus 2l equal to 2 pi. You have to compare position, we have to compare by position wise. So we get c equal to 0 and c plus 2l equal to 2 pi. Again put c equal to 0 here, we get, after simplification we get l equal to pi. So put c value, l value and fx value in the a0, an, bn formulae and solve these integrations. And after putting the values of a0, an, bn in the main formula of Fourier series, that is formula of fx, we get the Fourier series answer. So formula for a0 is 1 by l c to c plus 2l fx dx. So a0 becomes 1 by pi by putting l value. So 1 by pi and the limits are c to c plus 2l, that is 0 to 2 pi fx dx e raised to minus x dx. Fx value is e raised to minus x. So solve this integration. This is the simpler integration, that is we have to take the integration of e raised to minus x. So the formula for integration of this e raised to x is, e raised to x integration is e raised to x. So we don't ask here e raised to x, we have asked e raised to minus x, that is we have to use e raised to bracket formula. So e raised to bracket integration is e raised to bracket upon derivative of bracket. So e raised to minus integration is e raised to minus x upon minus x derivative is minus 1. Put the limits from 0 to 2 pi, first upper limit and then lower limit. So 1 upon minus pi get outside. So in the bracket e raised to, first put x equal to 2 pi. So e raised to minus 2 pi minus, then lower limit is e raised to minus 0. The value of e raised to minus 0 is 1. Why? To calculate the negative power, first convert this negative power to positive power as take in denominator, that is e raised to minus 0 is 1 upon e raised to 0, that is anything raised to 0 is 1. So 1 by 1 is 1. So take here 1. So e raised to minus 0 is 1. So by simplifying we get a0 value is 1 minus e raised to minus 2 pi upon pi. Then find the value of an. So formula for an is 1 by l integration from c to c plus 2l fx cos n pi x by l dx. So 1 by l means 1 by pi, c to c plus 2l means 0 to 2 pi, c to c plus 2l means 0 to 2 pi. Fx means e raised to minus x, cos n pi x by l. Cos, in the original formula the term is cos n pi x by l. After putting l equal to pi this pi get cancelled and we get cos nx. So fx into cos nx dx. So find this integration, that is again there is a product of two terms e raised to minus x into cos nx. So if there is a product of two different functions, first recall uv rule, and uv rule we have to apply to the example when how to find the value of an. The formula for an equal to 1 upon l, that is l value is pi, so 1 by pi, integration from c to c plus 2l, that is 0 to 2 pi, fx, that is e raised to minus x, and cos n pi x by l, that is cos nx dx. So how to evaluate this integration? So as there is a product of two different functions, that is one is trigonometric function and one is exponential function, but we need to recall the Liet rule or UV rule. There is a shortcut formula for this. If there is a product of two functions and one function is exponential and other one is a sine or cos, then there is a shortcut formula to evaluate the integration. So this is your formula, remember this. Integration from integration of e raised to ax cos bx dx equal to e raised to ax upon a square plus b square in bracket a cos bx plus b sin bx. So this is your formula. So compare this left side with this example. So we get, compare e raised to ax with e raised to minus x. The value of a is minus 1. Here x coefficient is a, here x coefficient is minus 1. Hence the value of a equal to minus 1. Then cos nx and cos bx, after comparing these two terms, cos nx and cos bx, the value of b equal to n. So put these values of a and b in this formula, we get this answer, that is 1 upon pi as it is. E raised to ax means e raised to minus x in this example. So e raised to minus x upon a square means minus 1 square, that is 1, plus b square means n square, in bracket. Put the value of a and b here in this bracket. So we get minus 1, that is minus cos nx, plus b value is n, that is n sin nx. So this is your integration from this formula. So put the limits as 0 and 2 pi. So in this the constants are 1 upon pi into 1 plus n square. So keep outside this bracket. So in this curly bracket, put the upper limit as 2 pi at x equal to, so put x equal to 2 pi. So e raised to minus 2 pi into cos 2n pi value, as we have seen in the last lecture, that is cos 2n pi value is fixed and it is 1. So cos 2n pi value is 1, so it becomes minus 1, plus sin 2n pi is 0 always, so 0 into n is 0. So this is from upper limit, minus for lower limit cos 0 is 1, so there is a 1, cos 0 is 1, so this becomes minus 1, plus sin 0 is 0, so this will be 0. So simplifying this, we get a n equal to 1 minus e raised to minus 2 pi upon pi into 1 plus n square. In same manner, as we calculate or evaluate this integration, that is we found here the value of an. In same manner, in same steps, we can find the value of bn. So bn, if we put the value of L and C in the bn formula, so bn becomes bn equal to 1 upon L, that is 1 by pi, integration from C to C plus 2L, that is 0 to 2 pi, fx sin nx dx, that is fx value is e raised to minus x, and sin n pi x by L. In the formula, the term sin as sin n pi x by L. So by putting sin n pi x by L, so by putting L equal to pi, this pi and this pi will be cancelled and we get sin nx here. So e raised to minus x is the value of fx and sin nx dx. So again there is a shortcut formula. We are not using UV rule or Liet rule. So from this formula the calculation will be not easy. So use this shortcut formula, that is e raised to ax into sin bx. So e raised to ax into sin bx formula is, if there is a two terms in the product and first term, one term is exponential and other term is sin term, then compare this integration with this example. So we get a equal to minus 1 and b equal to n. So the formula is e raised to ax upon a square plus b square, a sin bx minus b cos bx. So this is the formula for sin, and in calculating an we use e raised to ax into cos bx formula. So these two formulae you have to remember. So put the values of a and b in this formula. We get 1 upon pi, 1 upon pi. E raised to x means e raised to minus x. A square means minus 1 square. B square means n square. So we get 1 plus n square, in bracket. Put the values of a and b here. So minus 1, that is minus sin nx minus n cos nx. So after putting upper limit minus lower limit, when we put 2 pi, x equal to 2 pi, that is upper limit, so we get sin 2n pi. So this term will be 0. Sin 2n pi is always 0, and cos 2n pi will get you the number 1, that is e raised to minus 2 pi. Put upper limit as 2 pi. So e raised to minus 2 pi, in bracket sin 2n pi is 0, cos 2n pi is 1, so 0 minus n, 0 minus n, minus put lower limit. So sin e raised to minus 0 is 1. So this is 1, and in bracket sin 0 is 0 and cos 0 is 1, so that is 0 minus n. So simplifying these steps, we get bn equal to n upon pi into 1 plus n square, 1 minus e raised to minus 2 pi. So after putting the values of a naught values as this, a naught value, a n value, and bn value. So this is your bn value. In the Fourier series formula, we get the answer. If we have to take the some terms outside this summation, so which terms we have to take outside this summation, which is free from n, that is the terms which does not contain the variable n or the letter n. That is, in this term 1 minus e raised to minus 2 pi upon pi is free from n. So take this term outside this summation. So this term, and then write the summation as it is. So this is your Fourier series answer. Next example is, find the Fourier series of fx equal to x square in the interval 0 to 2 pi. Hence deduce that pi square by 12 equal to 1 upon 1 square. That is, we have to prove this series here. That is, pi square by 12 equal to, this series is in the dotted lines, that is 1 upon 1 square minus 1 upon 2 square plus 1 upon 3 square minus 1 upon 4 square, etc. So sometimes in the exam we ask that only to find the Fourier series, and in some examples we ask the Fourier series also, and addition to that we have to prove the hence part. That is, here there are two terms we have asked, that is to find Fourier series. We have to find Fourier series here, and also we have to find this hence part. So first find Fourier series. So here fx is equal to x square and interval is 0 to 2 pi. So compare this 0 to 2 pi interval with c to c plus 2l. We get c equal to 0 and l equal to pi, as we have seen in last lecture. By putting the values of L and C in the A0 formula, so A0 equal to 1 upon pi integration from 0 to 2 pi fx dx, that is x square dx. X square integration is, solve this integration. So x square integration is x cube by 3, 1 upon pi as it is from 0 to 2 pi. So put first 2 pi here. So 1 upon 3 pi, take this outside, and in bracket x cube means 2 pi cube, that is 8 pi cube minus 0 cube means 0. Simplifying this, we get A0 equal to 8 by 3 pi square. An equal to 1 upon L, that is 1 upon pi 0 to 2 pi fx into cos nx dx, that is fx, here fx is given as x square, so x square into cos nx dx. So here there is a product of two functions, one is algebraic and other is trigonometric. So use UV rule here. So 1 upon pi as it is. UV rule is simple than Lie rule. So first recall the formula to find this integration as, first recall UV rule, then shortcut formula, and then last option you can use, which is Lie rule. So first here we have using UV rule. So 1 upon pi as it is, u as it is x square, the formula is u v1 minus u dash v2 plus u double dash v3. So u is x square into v1 means cos nx integration. So cos nx integration, use cos bracket integration. Cos bracket integration is sin bracket upon bracket derivative. So cos nx integration is sin nx upon nx derivative is n, minus next term is x square derivative. So x square derivative is 2x. Multiplication to that, we have to take sin nx upon n integration. So 1 upon n as it is, and sin nx integration is, use sin bracket integration. So sin bracket integration is minus cos bracket upon bracket derivative. So minus cos nx upon nx derivative is n. So after taking the derivative, we get 1n in denominator, and the originally there is a n also, extra n also here in denominator. So this n, and after taking the derivative we get again second time n. So n into n is n square. So 1 upon n as it is, sin nx integration is minus cos nx upon n. That is, we get minus 1 upon n square into cos nx. Next term is, you have to take 2x derivative. Next 2x derivative is 2, and again take the integration of this term. So minus 1 upon n square is constant, take it as it is. So minus 1 upon n square as it is, and cos nx integration is sin n x upon n. So we get minus sin n x upon n cube. And after putting upper limit minus lower limit, for upper limit and lower limit, these two terms will be 0. By putting 2 pi, we get sin 2n pi, sin 2n pi, and we know sin 2n pi is 0 always. And by putting lower limit 0 here, so sin 0 and sin 0 will be 0. So no need to write the calculation of these two terms. So only put upper limit and lower limit to this term only. So we get, by putting upper limit, minus minus plus, so 2 into 2 pi, that is 4 pi upon n square, into cos 2n pi is 1, and minus, by putting 0, cos 0 is 1 of course, but when we put x equal to 0 here, we get 0 into some term is equal to 0. So only one term exists, that is for upper limit, that is 4 pi upon n square. Simplifying this, we get an equal to 4 by n square. What is the value of bn? Bn equal to 1 upon pi. Integration from, no need to again write or see the formula for bn. Just in the example, as we have calculated an, in that formula of an, put instead of cos nx, put here sin nx. So we get bn formula, that is bn equal to 1 upon pi 0 to 2 pi x square. Instead of cos, replace cos by sin, that is x square into sin nx dx, x square into sin nx dx. So this is your formula for bn. Again, this is your u, as this is algebraic and this is trigonometric. So this is your v and this is your u. So use uv rule, same we have used here for calculating an. Also formulae are not changed. Sin nx integration is minus cos nx upon n, and cos nx integration is sin nx upon n. These two formulae only are used for calculating an and bn. So in same manner, you can calculate bn by using here. We again use uv rule here. So u into v1 minus u dash into v2 plus u double dash v3 from 0 to 2 pi. Again put again if you put upper limit here, so this second term or middle term will be 0. Sin 2n pi is 0 for upper limit, and sin for lower limit 0 here. Sin 0 is 0. So only put upper limit and lower limit for first and last term. So we get bn equal to minus 4 pi by n. Here again, while evaluating this integration, we used uv rule. So u means x square, v1 means sin nx integration. So sin nx integration is minus cos nx upon nx derivative is n, minus u dash means x square derivative is 2x into v2, that is this next integration is v2. So minus 1 upon n as it is, cos nx integration is sin nx upon n. So we get minus sin nx upon n square by simplifying. Again plus the rule sign, next the sign is plus, the next derivative is of 2x, so 2x derivative is 2 into this next integration. So minus 1 upon n square as it is, sin nx integration is minus cos nx upon n. So we get that minus sign and this minus sign will be will goes to plus. So we get minus 1 upon n square as it is, sin nx integration is again minus cos nx upon n. So we get cos nx upon n cube. After putting upper limit minus lower limit, we get minus 4 pi by n as this value for bn. So by putting a0, an, bn values in the Fourier series formula, we get this Fourier series answer. In this example, we have asked the additional part, that is we have to obtain the hence part. The hence part is, we have to obtain this series. So how to find the hence part? So in to find hence part, we have to use this Fourier series answer, and in that we have to put some value of x. the value of x is a particular value from which after putting that value of x we get the hence part series. So here this is your Fourier series answer, that is fx equal to 4 pi square by 3 plus 4 into summation cos nx upon n square minus 4 pi into summation sin nx upon n. So here in this Fourier series, to obtain the hence part we put x equal to pi. So how it is how we can imagine or remember what the value of x we have to put here. So in Fourier series, the general values of x for hence part is x equal to 0, x equal to pi, then x equal to pi by 2 for the interval c to c plus 2l, or for the interval 0 to 2 pi. So for finding hence part, you can try these three values, that is first put x equal to 0. By putting x equal to 0, if you don't get the hence part series, then take the next value of x, that is put x equal to pi, and then again try the third value, that is x equal to pi by 2. So here if we put x equal to 0, then this summation will go to 0, that is here the sine term is there, so sine 0 is 0, so summation of 0 is again 0, so this term will be 0, and we get f of 0 equal to, by putting x equal to 0, first we are putting x equal to 0, but we don't here in that example, in this example we don't get the hence part, but in exam we have to try these values. So first the final value is x equal to pi, but by thinking or in exam we have to you have to try these values, that is first put x equal to 0, so we get f0 equal to 4 pi square by 3 plus 4 into summation n equal to 1 to infinity cos 0 is 1, cos n into 0 means 0, so cos 0 is 1, so 1 upon n square. By putting x equal to 0, we don't get the hence part. The hence part series there are alternate plus minus signs, that is plus minus plus minus. So by putting x equal to 0, if you are doing the if you calculate the or the doing the calculation, while doing calculation, if you put x equal to 0 in this Fourier series, then we don't get the hence part. The terms we get, that is terms like 1 upon 1 square, 1 upon 2 square, 1 upon 3 square, 1 upon 4 square. By putting x equal to 0, we get these terms, but we don't get the alternate plus minus signs. So for that alternate plus minus signs, we have to put the next value of x as x equal to pi. So here we can't get the hence part series with alternate plus minus signs by putting x equal to 0. Hence take the next